Hi there guys, Bowlington here, and today, well I really shouldn't say today, this is a very, very late recording. It's almost 4 a.m. where I am located in the world right now, but it's one of those nights where I'm not sleeping too much, and I've got a lot of stuff that I want to do. One thing I do want to show off to you guys is some of the other work that I've done on the temple since the last video that I put up. One thing you'll notice here is that I've built up the top of the mountain and some of these outskirts over here. I've went ahead and changed a lot of the stone in this area to dirt and grass, and I've added this entryway with this kind of cool chandelier design and just a couple of other lights around the area. There's a lot of mobs spawning here, so let's /butcher them. Okay, but yeah, as you can see here, I've pretty much got this area nailed down. I've already put this version onto the server that the adventure map is being developed on. So any other changes that I make to this map right here, to this world, are not going to be in the adventure map. This is going to be strictly for you guys. I think that I'm going to flesh this out the way I want it to, and then release it as a map download so that you guys can MC edit it into whatever you want to use it for. And if you do decide to use this in one of your projects, adventure maps, etc., just send me a link to the project you're working on, because I really would be interested to see how this is implemented. But for now, what we've done here is we've got the mountains ready to go, and we've got some grassy area up here. On the server, I have already built this out with, and I'll go ahead and do a /brush sphere stone 5. And then we're going to go /mask air. Whoops, /mask air. And what I wanted to do is I'm going to build this area out and then put gravel on top of it so that this is kind of an overhang and it doesn't look so defined from just, you know, looking up through here. You don't see a straight line. You see like the top of a cave. Like this thing was really carved out of a mountain, and that's really the look I'm going for. I ended up putting all of this right through here, evening this up a little bit. And yeah, there we go. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch the material to gravel. Oops, not gravel, gravel. And we're going to fill this in right here. And we're just going to start adding some depth to this thing. So from this point out, this is going to be anything that you see me build on my private server. This is just, it's strictly a craft bucket server that I'm running on my local host so that I can build using Worldedit. It's not anything that's going to be public. It's nothing that anyone can join, so don't save yourself the trouble and don't even ask, because it's just for me to build this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this little by little, and I'm going to make this kind of my own. I will be building on the one that goes into the adventure map, which I've confirmed it is going into the adventure map. I've already started building on it a little bit in the server, but it's getting pretty good. So as you come through here, you're going to see that this is kind of a cave entrance, and it's not just a straight stone line all the way across. But you can see the snow-topped mountains that I'm kind of going for right here. On the other server, I have already planted trees and gone over this whole area with bone meal, which I think I can do real quick. I need to change my fly speed before I do that, though. /speed 2 should be sufficient. But I need to give myself... Which ones did I choose? Oh yeah, I had some oak saplings. Basically what I did was I just ran around here and I spammed some oak saplings around. And then I went through and bone mealed everything. So let's do that now. And bone meal is here. And I'm stuck. There we go. Alright. That one, that one, that one. And I'm going to show you guys I'm going to do this quickly so that I can show you guys what a large impact a little bit of greenery can do for an area like this. So, especially with the flowers in this texture pack, the flowers have like 3 or 4 different colors that they spawn with, and that's pretty cool. It really adds a lot of color and depth and just stuff that needs to be added to this area instead of having it just be green grass all the time. Alright, so yeah, let's just spam some bone meal around a little bit. Come on, spam the bone meal. Spam the bone meal. Alright, so yeah, let's go back down to the entrance. And this is something that we're having to address with the adventure map. These do not give enough light to make this area bright, so I'm having to do some creative lighting engineering to make this work, because this is ridiculous. There's way too many mobs here. Butcher, there we go. Yeah, you can see now that it adds a little bit, and that I wasn't expecting that to turn into like a really big tree. I wanted that to stay kind of small. But the trees and the grass just kind of add a little bit of color up here. When you come in, you look up and you're like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. And yeah, this is basically what I'm going for. This is starting to look real good to me. This is going to be a quick video, like I said, because it's really late. And I want to actually build more than commentating right at the moment. But what you're probably wondering is how I got these snow-capped mountains to look like this. Well, the way I did it was I set a brush to slash brush sphere, and I think I set it to 50% dirt, 25% stone, and then 25% wool. And this is the brush that I'm using, and it will if you do the whoops, undo, it only really works if you set the mask for it, because I've already set the mask. It's set at air, so let's take the mask off. Slash mask, dirt, and stone, and grass. Alright, so yeah. So you'll see now it kind of just adds a random deviation of the wool into the mountain. And from down there, you really can't tell that it's wool. When you look up here, you just see snowcap. And this is, I've done a lot more refining on the map, and I'll probably do a lot more refining on this when I release it. But for now, this is just illustrating my point that you can do this. And the way that you want to do it is you just want to change up your variations of your percentages, because you can set the percentages in pretty much any way that you want. As you can see that I've done it here. You can use this format separated by commas, so it's basically, it's the number of the percentage sign, and then the thing that you want that percentage to be, comma, and then you can do the same process again. But yeah, that's a really good technique for kind of spacing out some of this kind of stuff. And we will go down here and we'll look at this from the moon, because it looks really good when the moon rises up into it. So let's see, slash time set 14,000 ticks. It needs to go higher than that. It needs to go to 15,000 ticks. So yeah, you see this effect that you get with this texture pack. It's just really awesome. You can really see the snow caps up there, and the moon sits nicely with it. This gives more of a cave feeling rather than just being, what's up? Oh, he mad, but he can't follow me. Yeah, it looks really good to me, and it's completely not finished. This, I would say that it's a little bit farther along than it was in the first video, but it's nowhere near finished. And the one that's going to be in the adventure map, I'm going to be devoting a lot of time into that to get it finished first. And then I'm going to take a lot of the aspects I built from that one and put it into this map that I can release to you guys. And you guys can use Elijah's Tomb for whatever you want to do. Some of the little changes that I've already made is I've evened this out where there's more stone than dirt. In this area, I've fixed the ceiling so that it doesn't look so splotchy. You might have noticed that I've changed the composition of the circle. It's no longer just cobblestone. It's a mixture of cobblestone, stone brick, and stone brick :2, which is the cracked stone brick. It's this guy right here. Oh, I'm in creative mode. I can't gesture towards stuff. There we go. But yeah, basically the way that I did that was I used the same kind of command that I did for the brush. Is I started my selection here, and then I made another selection that encompasses the entire area, so I can basically make it replace all of the blocks in the selection with whatever I want. And I had it as cobblestone, and I turned it into this group where it's got cobblestone, stone brick, and cracked stone brick. And I will probably go into that a little bit more detail when I'm less tired. So I look forward to that. But this is kind of more of an update. As you can see, I've rounded off these entrances, and both of these are hollow on the inside. And up here, I've added kind of like a little Easter egg where we're going to have the map where you can get up here and look out from both sides, and there will be like a skill chest up here or something where you can find some boots that'll help you out. But yeah, this is pretty much just the status update. I wanted to make a video, and it's really late, and I did. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little status update about the temple. I will be doing a much more formal video on this very soon. Probably tomorrow, but I'm not sure. So I would like to thank you guys for watching. For Elijah's Tomb Part 2, this is Bowlington, signing off.